There's been kind of a homecoming theme today. What's it feel like to be home?
Well, it's just exciting. I mean, my family and I are so excited to be back and be back in our home state, and just to see the passion here at this university is just remarkable today.
You talked from the beginning about a culture change. What has to change here for this program to become more successful?
Well, I think you got to start from the ground floor. I think from the perception of everything, and I think it starts with the way we address everything we do. And as you walk in the front door of our football office, I think it starts right there, that moment. The way people are greeted, the way the people are represented in there, and how they look, how we dress, and then it trickles through our entire alumni, and got to embrace our former players and past players as well with that.
Why the SMU program? You've been asked this. You'll be asked again. I mean, you were a hot coordinator, a candidate for a lot of head coaching jobs. Why this particular program?
Well, I think again it comes back to what is the right fit. I think there's so many as we look across the country and coaching changes that there's always those that in 2 or 3, 4 years later down the road, do you say, man, that just wasn't a good fit, or even immediately on the hire, it's like, wow, that just I don't see those connecting. So I think so much of this business is about, is it the right fit? And when I mean that is as we start talking in recruiting, this is right in my wheelhouse. I'm a Texas high school football coach. I'm one of these guys, and I know so many of them. A lot of them I've taken several losses to a lot of them, but we've got great relationships with those guys. And I think so when it all comes down to it, it's all about recruiting, and can you recruit where you're at? And the answer to that is yes.
You said you've gotten 275 texts or so, many from high school coaches?
Yeah, well, a whole bunch from our high school staffs and coaches across the state that wishing me luck and sending me players, hey, look at this guy. And so I'm going to respond to them all. It may take me a day or two, but I'm going to get to everyone.
You've attached resumes.
Quite a few of those too, but that's okay too, and you got to respect that.
The Red Bull thing. You've been asked about this. There's that famous video on YouTube. What does that whole thing stem from?
Well, I'm a pretty wiry guy. I'm a pretty high energy guy. They're going to have to tell me to slow down, not speed up, and so I think that's kind of where they got that. But I love Red Bull. I always drink a Red Bull before practice and during the course, a couple of them through the course of the day. But that's who I am, and my players love it, and they feed off of it. And the biggest thing that you could probably say is the game. These players grew up playing this game of football because it was fun. And a coach can take the fun out of the game quicker than anybody. And I've taken so much pride in making sure that doesn't happen. And the way you do that is you got to show that you're having fun. And so every day I come to work, I don't consider it work. Man, I'm coming, we're having fun. And now there's a lot of work, but make no mistake, the fun's in the winning. And we definitely will make that well known. But
and finally, of course, you're known for that tempo on offense. What will fans see from the get-go from SMU offensively?
Well, we're going to run the football. We're going to be more run-and-win than what they've been in the past. We're going to run the football. We're going to operate at a very high pace, both offensively, defensively, and we're going to be aggressive. But the main thing is we're going to be explosive.
And finally, you didn't blink when somebody asked you a few minutes ago if this could be a championship program. What makes you think SMU can be among the best in the nation?
Well, I think you look at this conference that we're in, and I think it's a conference full of turnaround programs. And as I mentioned, just 3 years ago where Memphis was, and just 10 years ago where UCF was, and they won a BCS game last year. So it's there. The resources are here, and that's one thing you look at when you take a job. Are the resources intact? Or is there a commitment level here? And from all indications and the people I've met with, these people want to win. And there's no question that the resources are here. You can recruit this area on just a $10 worth of gas. You can recruit and get all the players you want and need. And so that's the approach we're going to take.